Hi guys, I'm Big Gaz from Parts of Wembley. I've literally just pulled up in Nuneaton. Let's go and check out what today's got in store for us. Let's get going. What an absolutely glorious day for us to go in and have a tour of Nuneaton. The club have got a stand on in the middle of town today. We're going to go buy some merch, go speak to some people. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's go check it out. And so just having a walk down now. We've parked in the Justice Walk car park today. Not too bad parking prices. I'm going to put them here for those boring people that like to know where efficient parking is in town centres. And what the hell has happened to you?
It's what happens when you chase your kids full sprint.
Good God.
Pull a muscle.
Oh, well, I'm finally here with Jimmy from South Park, clearly. So
how are we?
Let's go and say hello to Nuneaton Town. And thankfully, guys, it wasn't too hard to find at all. Let's go and say hello. Hello guys, and here we are, we're at the Nuneaton Town stand and we're joined by my good friend Phil. Phil, thanks for coming to help us out, my friends.
No problem at all. Thanks, Phil.
So if you can, mate, just give us a bit of an intel about what it is that your involvement is at the club.
So I'm just a volunteer. I started off the season just being a steward.
Yeah.
But then my role has just kind of progressively changed as the years gone on. So anything the club asks me to do, I'll do it. So it could be something small and stupid, like going over and grabbing some balls, putting the corner flags out, setting up the posts. Could be anything. So my main role is as a club steward. So making sure everything's operating all good, making sure everything's safe for the players, the fans.
Yeah. Fantastic. And how have the club been with yourself?
They've been incredible. It's so welcoming. I'm not joking. There is a proper family feel about this club.
Yeah.
You can see it around you. There's a proper buzz around the club, and this is just a market stall. Yeah, everyone has been incredibly welcoming. Everybody's been brilliant.
Wonderful. And this season, obviously, first time Nuneaton in the new iteration, going to be entering the FA Cup.
Yep.
First and foremost, who would you like to see Nuneaton draw in the extra preliminary rounds?
Can't say I've thought about it. I'd love to have Avalston at home.
Avalston?
Yeah.
Who was one of our picks. Sorry, Will.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah.
And where do you think? How do you think Nuneaton are going to do in the league this season?
I reckon playoff. I reckon if we can make the playoffs, anything after that is a bonus.
And the final question: we've been having a bit of a debate in the comments section.
Yeah.
Okay. So this, what is this called?
It's a batch.
It's not a batch. It's a frigging cob. But on that slight disagreement, Phil, thank you ever so much for coming to talk to us today.
No worries. Thanks, Phil.
All right, I'm here with Mark and I'm here with Jim, directors of Nuneaton Town FC. How are you guys? You doing okay?
Great, yeah.
Just first of all, just like to know if you could give us a bit of detail about the club, what your involvement is in.
We're set fan run. We've been going like literally about 18 months now.
Okay.
We're going into our second season. It's volunteer led. No one takes any money out of the club. It's all
fan.
Yeah. Everything goes back into the club.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely to hear. And the FA Cup journey starts in August for a lot of clubs, including Nuneaton. What does the competition mean to you? I mean, it's your first season in the club, having gained promotion.
I think it's something the fans wanted to get back, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you're a non-league club, a lot of your memories are associated with little cup runs, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like with the old club, just getting to the first round proper was always like a great thing, and then the dream of going further.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to be realistic this year, you know. Free preliminary round, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just great to be back in the FA Cup because it probably means more to non-league fans than big clubs nowadays, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And for me, it's where I started supporting the clubs back in the early 80s with I can remember the games against Scunthorpe and Burnley, and that's when I probably thought, actually, it's on my doorstep.
Yeah.
I don't need another club. This is
exactly. This is perfect.
This is all I need. Yeah, it's great. It made me open my eyes to non-league football as such.
Yeah, because not everyone can always go and support your big local big team. So your local team, and who would be your ideal first opponent in this first round, if you could choose?
Anyone at home.
Anyone at home. So you want that home atmosphere, of course you do.
Yeah. We've got a few local rivals, so I suppose any one of those. I just want to see smiles back on faces and a good crowd. That'd be great.
That's great. And how are you feeling about the season upcoming? Obviously, you've just gained promotion. Has the transfer window been good? Are you excited about this season?
I think we've got some good signings. The managers have sort of focused on looking at some of the quality players from last season. So they've got to step up from step 6 to step 5, which I think that's a good challenge for them. Yeah. But I think the quality's there.
Yeah. I think for me, the club's retained most of the core. In fact, we've retained the most players than we've ever done in terms of from last season. Yeah. So we've got at the basis of a squad already, which are more than capable to step up next season. Yeah. So as directors, I think we don't put any pressure on the management. No. Because that'll happen organically.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's gradually building with sensible and continuity. Players and management.
Yeah. Right. Now I just have one final question for you both. Can you please tell me what you call this?
Well, that is a
batch that's got squashed.
It's a very squashed.
It's 100% a batch.
Okay.
It's just about recognisable as one still as well. Yeah.
So you don't think it's called a cob?
It's never been called a cob.
You might get one through at you if you called it a cob round here.
All right, well guys, thank you very much anyway. Really appreciate your time.
Nice one, buddy.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Thanks a lot.
Right, our next guest on this episode of Parts of Wembley is Andy. Andy, thank you ever so much for coming on the show, mate.
No problem.
Do you mind telling us a bit about your role at the club?
I've had several roles over the years.
Yeah.
As I say, I've been a match day volunteer for 38 years.
Oh, wow.
Been a supporter over 57 years. I'm involved with the programme.
And how has the programme been doing?
As I say, our match day programme won the award for the Midland League last season.
Oh, fantastic.
And also on a match day, I sell whole programmes because we've got quite a lot of collectors.
Yeah.
And I took over £1,100 last season.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
We've got a league trophy from last season. So obviously Nuneaton won this last year, so this year they're playing in step 5 of the non-league system. And that means they can play in the FA Cup this year as well, which is fantastic.
Back in the FA Cup, yes.
And what does that mean to Nuneaton Town?
Well, it means a lot because we've got quite a rich history in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So.
And if you could handpick someone to play in the extra preliminary, who would you want?
Probably home somewhere like Atherstone.
Atherstone?
Yeah, or Bedeth.
Or Bedeth, yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice.
We'd be the home side on their ground.
And has it been ground sharing with Bedworth and actually not being in Nuneaton?
I thought at first it might not work, but it's worked.
Yeah.
You know, they've welcomed us, you know, and we've welcomed them basically.
Yeah.
It's working well both ways, so.
We're asking this everybody today, Andy. What do you call this?
A batch.
It's not a batch, it's called a cob, but we appreciate it.
Well, what about our goalkeeper, Brandon Batch? We'll call him Brandon Cobb.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Indeed. It's been a pleasure. Thank you ever so much for coming on, mate. Really appreciate it.
Us.
You're welcome, no problem.
Alright, so I'm here with Dad, long life Nuneaton Town fan, big fan. Tell me what the club means to you.
At the minute, I'm absolutely desperate to get to a game just to see I didn't know a lot of the old people last year, the new faces, but now when I walk down, Dad's right down.
Yeah. So you're known. Yeah. And it's a big community club, is it?
Don't get me wrong. When I go to all the own games, I'm always an hour early because you walk in, get your tickets off the old boys through 50-50, and go and sit in the bar and have a glass of pop of beer.
But chat with all your mates, have a catch up and stuff like that. And now to be in the FA Cup, what does that mean to you and the fans?
We was all talking about it after we won the league and at the football presentation. We was all saying, would we want to win back-to-back leagues or would we go to Wembley? And the obvious question, we'd all love to go to Wembley.
Oh, of course. And have you been to Wembley at all?
I've been. I went to. I watched the Women's FA Cup final at Wembley. I've been to watch England a few times.
Yeah.
And the last time I went, actually, I went with the girls' football team at Ambleside, and I was dressed as Santa. Because it was late on in the season. But
before we leave us, can you just tell me, as we're trying to get someone to say the right way, what do you call that?
Do you want the truth?
Oh, I like your answer.
My honest opinion, mate, that is definitely a batch. I wouldn't say cob, but I've got people standing behind me with blades.
Yeah. We will get there eventually. Dad's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Lee, thanks ever so much for coming on part of Wembley, my friend.
Thank you very much.
So, you mind telling us a bit about your role at Nuneaton Town?
My role is treasurer, primarily, so that's my day job. I'm also one of the club directors.
So you do the books?
I do indeed, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love numbers, love maths. And how long have you been involved in Nuneaton Town?
Well, I've been a supporter since I was 1983, which was Nuneaton Borough back then. And when the old club went bust in January of 2024, I was one of the 25 people who got together and helped reform the club.
Yeah, lovely. And obviously this year, so Nuneaton won the league last year, trophy behind us. This year at step 5 and we're entering the extra preliminary round of the FA Cup this year. What does it really mean to the Nuneaton Town and to yourself to be a part of the FA Cup this year?
I think it's our bread and butter, the FA Cup. It's probably the competition that's got its club its name over the years.
Yeah.
Both in Nuneaton Town and Nuneaton Borough have done really well.
Yeah.
Third round 3 times.
Yeah.
2 of those with a replay.
Yeah.
And I think also just brings the town together.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind our record home attendance was in the FA Cup at 22,000, which is probably one of the highest for any club that's never played league football.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And when we played Middlesbrough back in 2006, we ended up taking 6,000 to Middlesbrough on a Tuesday night, and it's just something that everybody gets enthused about. And I just, even though we're in at the extra preliminary round, it's just where we need to be, really.
Yeah, of course. And finally, unfortunately, my friend Mark's had to go home now with a bread roll. But in this part of the world, and for yourself, Lee, what do you call it? Is it a cob or a batch?
I can categorically say it's a batch.
No, that's disappointing. I'm not going to get a win today. Lee, thanks ever so much for coming on,
It's
mate.
been a pleasure. Thank you.
And we'll see you at the ground at some point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Take care, mate. Okay, and next on part of Wembley, we've got Ian. Ian, pleasure to meet you, mate.
Thank you, mate.
So do you mind telling us a bit about your role at the club?
Yeah, I'm part of the CRC directors on the board, and also I'm the chairman of the football club.
Fantastic. Last season, very, very successful. Nuneaton Town's first season after about to fold, unfortunately. How did that season go for you?
Absolutely. That was mind-blowing. Never even expected it to gone as well it has. Everything, even from what the lads did on the pitch, to behind the scenes, all the volunteers, it's gone beyond our wildest dreams.
Yeah, fantastic. And obviously this season now, the first chance Nuneaton Town's going to get to play in the FA Cup is a new iteration. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, some good cups were going in, the Vars as well. It's good to be back in the Vars. It's good to be back in the FA Cup. And it'd be good just to be part of it again, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Finally, we've been asking everybody today, do you call it a cob or a batch?
Batch.
Well, I'm just not going to get one today, am I? So, Ian,
thanks
ever so much, mate. Thanks for having us at part of Wembley as well.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Hey, Kieran, pleasure.
You okay?
Thanks for coming out to part of Wembley, mate. What's your relationship with Nuneaton Town?
It goes back, 20 some odd years now with my dad, being kit manager through the 90s, all the way up to the 2000s. He took me up and down the country, so I've been to so many places, and really started from a young age, just supporting the borough.
Super. And you got any fun stories to tell us about your time following the club?
Oh, there's a fair few, to be fair. I say Middlesbrough being mascot, a really good, something I'm really proud of.
Yeah.
If anybody ever asks, the photo, obviously. Also,
we'll include that photo on the video as well.
I say away as well. Obviously, when the full-time whistle went, and obviously the atmosphere, I remember getting my foot stuck in the seat, which was obviously quite a bit of an embarrassment. But I was young. I think I was just celebrating the fact that we've been at Middlesbrough, and even though we lost, it was still an incredible day out.
Yeah. So obviously next season for Nuneaton, step 5 even after a good promotion, and entering the FA Cup. So if you could handpick somebody for Nuneaton to play in the first round of the FA Cup this year, in the extra preliminary, who would you pick?
It's a good question, to be fair. There's so many teams to pick from, but everyone would say like a Skegness or...
Trip to Skeggy in August sounds pretty good though,
yeah, it does. There's so many teams.
Final question for you, mate. We've been asking everybody today. Is it a batch or is it a cob?
No, I just say it's a batch.
Oh, wow.
I say it's a batch.
Well, you're wrong on that, Kieran, but it's been a pleasure to
Thank
chat
you
to
very
mate,
much.
okay?
Cheers. Thank you
ever so much. Okay, and finally, we're saving the best till last. We've got the joint managers in the Nuneaton Town. We've got Russ and Darren here. Thanks for coming on, gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
So, tell me about your roles. It's not very common to see joint managers of a football club, to be completely honest.
Well, yeah, what happened is obviously Darren's played over 300 games for the club.
Yeah.
Darren obviously had spoke to the board, had a chat about the position.
Yeah.
Me and Darren have been best mates for 40 odd years.
Oh, wow.
So it was a dream, really, that we got the chance to come and work together, build a whole squad together.
Yeah.
And luckily we had a good season and we won the league.
Wonderful. When the club first reformed then, so was there many players that stayed from the old club that rejoined us, or was it like a completely fresh squad that you had to
No, not
assemble?
at all. It was like a complete new squad. We had to go out and work our socks off, really. So, we got the job, and then within 2-3 weeks, we were looking for players. It was like so busy, and it was good, really. So, luckily for us, he knew a lot of players who played at that level.
Yeah.
So, he went and picked the best players that he's played with. So, just come on board and they've all gelled really well.
Fantastic.
The thing is with the board, when they sat down and offered us the job, and it was literally done within so many hours that they offered us the job, and can you get a team on the pitch?
Yeah.
So then, as Darren just said, it was about us going away and finding the players we could. We had a big shopping list.
Yeah.
We never got everybody, because the thing is, even this year, people just think that we've got loads and loads of money because it's Nuneaton.
Yeah.
The club's been run the right way.
Yeah.
So we had to be right. We stuck to our guns.
Yeah.
And as Darren just said, we were lucky the squad just gelled in every way, on and off the pitch.
Last season was very successful. You won the league. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
It's been a big success. First season in management for yourself, Darren, in particular, at that level. Was it like a baptism of fire when you first started as well?
Oh, no, not really, was it? So
it wasn't. It was for me. Obviously, I knew the level.
Yeah.
So we sat in the boardroom when I got offered the job. And I said, I'm the only one here who's got experience in this level, including the board.
Yeah.
So I knew a lot of clubs we were going to, a lot of things that opened their eyes. One thing I did say is we won't just go and walk the league, because I know how hard it is.
Yeah.
It took technically 10 years to get out of that league.
Yeah.
I was at Lichfield when they first went in it.
Yeah.
So I knew what the league was about. In terms of baptism of fire, no, it wasn't, because our players have played higher.
Yeah.
So it was about getting the side right and the system right.
Yeah.
So what we had in the squad.
Yeah.
So, and that's what happened.
I think that's a great point that you pick up, actually, making sure you get the side right. So when you are actually looking at like a player recruitment point of view, what are like the key things that you're looking for at such a low level of the English pyramid
you're
system?
looking at players that fit into the team, that gel together, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just on the pitch, it's off the pitch as well.
Mhm.
So I think we had a group of players that gel both. Do you know what I mean? That's why I think we were so successful.
Yeah.
But the other part of it is you're right, with our squad of players, we had to look at what was the best shape.
Yeah.
And last year, the best shape, we did try and move it a bit, but the best shape was 4-3-3.
Yeah.
And that's literally what we played 98% of the season.
Yeah.
This year, we've got a squad that potentially we can play whatever shape we need to play.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of what me and Darren spoke about when we signed in players this year.
With this season now up at step 5 means that Nuneaton Town get to play in the FA Cup, which they've got such a proud history, which you've played a big part of in the past, Darren, obviously. I remember doing my research that you played in the Middlesbrough game back in the day.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was brilliant. That was really good.
They had some good strikers, didn't they?
Like Mark Viduka, Yakubu, Gareth Southgate. You know, they had quite a few players who played and it was great for the club. It's just memories that'll never go away. So and that's the reason that pushed me and Russ to come to this club.
Yeah.
Because of the tradition of the club
Yeah.
and things like that. It's got a big name, so I just hope we can, go on a little run again.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be amazing to see.
great.
Obviously, us coming on the journey as well would be fantastic. You know what? In a perfect world, we're going to win the FA Cup, don't we, this season, lads? So,
I did see
no
your post.
pressure.
I watched the video and I did think, don't put any pressure on us.
No.
But the thing is, as Darren said, Darren's had played 300 odd games. Darren knows what it's like. I've played against Nuneaton, know what the crowds are like. And I'll be honest, it was all tongue-in-cheek when we signed in players last year about we're going to have a crowd, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Brilliant to turn up first game, 550 there.
Yeah.
And it went on from that. So would you believe when we were sitting there talking about players this year, it wasn't just about talking about the money, it was talking about the club. Showing the videos from the cup final this year of having 1,000 fans there cheering us on when we've lost the cup.
Yeah.
And that's got to be a big think for the
I think
players
that's
to
the
come.
thing. It's the one thing I've picked up from speaking to loads of fans today. Like some of the away games where you've had like 500, 600, 700 people. Some League Two clubs don't even get that sometimes. So it's, you know, we're talking about a massive club at this level.
Even though I know the fact, even though we're playing at Bedford, we're still getting the support that I expected. You know what I mean? So you know, and I think if we did get back into Nuneaton, I think we'd probably double it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you know, and I think that's the thing. That's why attracted the job to me in Russell. Like, so I knew what it was like. So
with the extra preliminary round, if you could handpick any team to play in that round, who would you pick?
Someone we can beat. Because you do, as Darren said, you want a little bit of a run, and we want to run in the Vars. And I'm not saying we're going to go out and win the Vars and all that, but you like to have a good run because it's more games, it's more competition, it's more funding for the club. And that's the way we are part of the project. We're not just there as managers. We work with the board, we try and help the board, and it's been great. And I joke about it, getting Lee in as the new commercial manager, it's been a great signing for the club.
And the thing is as well, like a thing that I've really found, like you see like these big clubs and they're talking about fixture congestion and that kind of stuff. I've learned today that you guys are in 5 cup competitions this season and you've also got a league campaign to contend with. And I imagine all your players are part-time and have got full-time work outside of playing. How do you actually manage?
The thing I would say, our squad we've got this year is a lot stronger. It's so important that we have a strong bench. And so important that we can rotate the squad for the cup games. Because these cup games aren't, no disrespect, they're not going to be Mickey Mouse Cups that we're going to have strong cup competitions that we've got to put a strong team out. And the good thing is that whatever team we pick to start, we know they can compete with them. And that's where we are in a good position. We've been really happy.
It's been lovely to chat to you both. Just one final question for you. I've been asking everybody today. We've had a few comments on the YouTube videos and on the social media so far about whether it's a cob or a batch. Can you confirm to me which it is for you two?
It's a cob for me.
It's a cob. Well, I already like you, Russell.
Yeah, I'll say the same.
Well, fantastic.
We live by each other, so it's always going to be a cob.
And we are best mates.
Well, clearly on that opinion alone, the Nuneaton being led by 2 strong people. It's been a pleasure to speak to you both, lads. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
As managers of Nuneaton Town, Russell and Darren's verdicts carried extra weight. 4 points each, in fact, which led to a perfect stalemate. Parts of Wembley can now officially confirm both cob and batch are acceptable. We're calling it a delicious draw.
Okay, and that was our day in Nuneaton. I'm absolutely overwhelmed with how welcoming, friendly, lovely the whole club were. So absolutely massive thank you to Nuneaton Town for hosting us today. And now we're finally home. So I'm going to put a little picture here. That's a picture of myself with a scarf that we've bought today. We're going to be giving that away on our Patreon. So if you do want to subscribe to our Patreon, here is our £10 a month subscription plan, which will enable you to enter prize draws to win merchandise that we pick up along the way on our journey at parts of Wembley. The best thing you can also do to support us is to make sure that you're liking, subscribing, following all of our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, and we're on Instagram. All of these live videos obviously are on YouTube of our full vlogs. Thank you ever so much for watching today. I know it's been a long one, but we've really enjoyed it. I hope you have too. I've been Big Gaz, Michael has been Michael with his crutches, and we'll see you next time where every legend starts local.